Welcome to Spurs TV. Good evening to all of you guys in Asia. Good afternoon to all you guys in Europe, right? Especially London, UK, right? And of course, good morning to all of you in Americas, and especially Canada, right? For Scott M and Brian K.
Yeah.
If not, he'll keep reminding me, you never say Canada, you always say America, right, guys? Sorry that we didn't do the show yesterday because I'm having some Wi-Fi problems at home. Today, I'm running the stream out of my mobile data. And let's see how long that will last. Guys, let's say hi to Chris Agamba. Hi, Chris. Big up. Thanks for support, right?
Well,
Today,
Chris.
we have a special guest. Yep, we have a special guest, Gary. Gary is one of the committee members to Toon Army Malaysia, right? Thanks for joining us, Gary. Gary is actually from West Malaysia, but now he's moved over to East Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. That's right.
Kota Kinabalu, right? Right.
Right here
and I saw your Facebook. You're St. John's boy.
That's right. Lasalle.
Yeah. So I'm from KL too, but of course I think I'm much older than Gary. But just to let you know, Gary, I was based in Labuan and KK for about 3 to 4 years,
Nice.
running 2 restaurants and all that, running back and forth Labuan. You know Sutra Harbour Bay, right? There is this food court. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we used to do the seafood restaurant there and all that, right, Gary?
Nice.
Yeah. And of course we have Arthur, my regular and a big supporter, always on the
Hi,
streams
Arthur.
with us. Yeah. Okay, let's come down to today's, right? I'm sure we'll talk about Newcastle first. Gary, sorry to say, the team that you have now is really, really bad, right? No, seriously, I mean, no, it's really bad. I know Spurs is not that good, right? But you made us look real good, even though you scored the first goal. But I don't understand, you guys, your players were so off the pace.
I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening on the training ground when we had Steve Bruce before this, and I mean, I guess the players just ran out of steam.
Just hold on, guys. Arthur, you go ahead first. I'll be back shortly. Just hold on.
Yeah. Oh, I just think he'd lost heart. He knew he was going to get the sack, Gary, and it's the usual story, isn't it? Once you're aware or you feel it's going to be the end of the road, you just come off the pace.
Yep.
And that's probably what's happened there.
Yeah.
Threw the towel in, really.
Yeah.
That's
and
how
of course,
yeah.
But no, I mean, you guys took the lead in 2 minutes. You breached the goal, and all of a sudden, you were still in a bit of control for about 10 minutes after that.
Yep.
Then he crumbled. He completely
Not sure
crumbled,
what happened. Yeah.
That was a good goal as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was good.
yeah, you had a good goal.
goal.
Yeah, a good team
Excellent.
goal. And but the thing is, since now Brucey is gone, right? Graham Jones has taken over as the caretaker for the time being, right?
That's right.
How do you feel about who do you think would be the best candidate to come in next?
That's actually a very interesting question. And for me personally, I would hope to see Eddie Howe. I've always rated Eddie Howe as a manager, and I would love to see him.
Manager.
Yeah, at least because I mean, as much as all the other fans are saying, they want Conte, they want what's his name, Paulo Fonseca, and
Zidane.
Lucien Favre, and Zidane, and so on. I don't think these managers are the right manager for Newcastle at the moment, but maybe in 2 to 3 years' time, once the ship is a bit more steady, then they could come in. But in the meantime, someone who's been around the Premier League, someone who has worked with players like Wilson, Ryan Fraser, and Richie, and so on, and Graham Jones as well. Eddie Howe has worked with Graham Jones before at Bournemouth. So I think he's the right manager for our current predicament to get us out of the relegation zone. So I hope Eddie Howe gets the job.
Would you take Rodgers?
Brendan Rodgers as well. Yes, he's definitely another favorite as well.
But Rodgers said already he's not interested, right? There are a few managers already said they're not interested in moving at the moment, right? Like, of course, Rafa was one of them that first came up. His name came up, right? Because Rafa said, I just taken over Everton, right? I just can't jump ship, right? Yeah, he's pretty settled there, right? So, but what you said, Eddie Howe is a good choice because he's got Premier League experience. And like what you're saying is that Conte, Fonseca, the big names are not going to come into Newcastle now to help them
Potter.
fight a relegation.
Yeah. Graham Potter is another good manager as well.
Yeah.
But I don't
But,
think he would want to leave, Brighton and come to Newcastle. He's doing a great job there. Might as well finish what he
that's
started.
true.
Yeah.
The big names are not going to come in to do a relegation to help you fight a relegation battle. That's all, right?
No way.
Yeah. Unless, right, you guys pull yourself out of the relegation spots, right, before December. Then maybe someone will come in. Maybe someone will come in. Big up to Bob Spur. Thank you, Bob. Right. Well, it says that big up to you all, a combined football experience of 162 years.
Big up, Bob.
Bobby, yes, big up, Bob. Still with your 102 years old comment there, right? 102 years old, right? But Eddie Howe should be a good choice, right? But there was saying that Eddie Howe is actually waiting for the Southampton job, wasn't there?
Interesting.
Right.
I didn't hear that.
There,
I didn't.
Right. There was a rumor going out there. Yeah, but I don't know. With the kind of money that you have, right, and with the kind of potential that you have now, I'm sure there will be a few managers willing to take it, especially those not in the job at the moment, right?
Definitely.
Earlier, even Frank Lampard was heavily linked, correct? But to tell the truth, I don't like Lampard. Honestly, I don't think he's honestly, Lampard is not Premier League level yet to how I see it, right? Because he was given Chelsea and he had so much money and he had all the talents there, but it didn't work out. So there must be something not right there. Maybe a lot of managers nowadays that if you come in, if you're a big name, you gain the respect of the players. The players will listen when they want you to do things, right? Except for Spurs players, Except for Spurs players, Jose Mourinho came in, still couldn't get anything out of them. So I don't know what to say about them. But a lot of players will listen. Again, so you're not willing to put in the extra effort and all that. If you get a big name to come in.
Here's a suggestion. With all that money, Klopp could be.
I think Klopp
or
is
Guardiola,
a Liverpool legend. I think Klopp.
No, to tell the truth,
Guardiola.
2 years time, Gary.
Money.
2 years time. No, 2 years time, Pep, right, will be out of contract at M-City, right?
Yeah.
He will go to Newcastle in 2 years time. Just like you say, build it up, right? Stabilize it out, stay mid-table or maybe top 10, right? Then someone comes in, push all the way, right? Push all the way. Yeah. But for my for my fantasy, it's so simple, right? If they really want to push it, right? By end of this year, get in a big name, January transfer window, splurge out 190 million that you guys can spend, right, and move on from there. Right, and most probably by the next by the next 2023 season, right, you guys will be fighting for top 4. Right, you guys will be fighting for top 4. But don't forget, money in football doesn't still guarantee you things. That's the great part about football. That's the beautiful part of football. If you don't get it right, you still won't get your glory. You still won't get your success, no matter how much money you have. You could be just throwing money down the drain for all you know. Like we've been spending a lot of money on. The
big secret word is spirit.
Exactly.
Get the right kind. Get the right kind of players and all that. Right. Look at, we are a very good example. We tend to spend a lot of money every transfer window, apart from that 3 transfer windows we spent 0. Right, that's one of the things that actually killed us, right? Because we didn't move forward after Poch, right, and then we didn't spend the money, right, and now we are regressing. And with Nuno in, hopefully we will progress, and let's see what happens after that, right? And don't forget, in 2 years' time, Poch is available too. Yeah, guys, don't forget, Poch is available too from PSG, right? So I think if you guys go on that kind of long-term kind of plan to see what happens, then maybe gradually build up, right? Because last Wednesday I was talking to Alvin and Jonathan, right? They were saying they're willing to wait 5 to 10 years. I was going, what? 5 to 10 years?
Exactly. I mean,
I'm not going to wait 5 to 10 years if I had a $302 billion a pound sugar daddy. right?
I
Why
mean,
am I wait? Why am I going to wait 5 years, right? I'll be demanding it
I'm
now.
35.
I wanted it
I,
yesterday.
I'm 35 this year. So since I
Yeah.
was 21, I've had like
Yeah.
very, very bad, experience as a Newcastle supporter under Mike Ashley for the past 14 years. So if I'm
Yeah.
going to wait another 5, 10 years until I'm 40 or 50 to see Newcastle win even a League Cup, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Gary, can I
no.
ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, Arthur.
What made you become a Newcastle supporter?
This question is something I get asked all the time, and I have the same answer.
Big up.
It all started. Okay, it all started when I was around 8 or 9 years old. So it was Christmas one year, and my Uncle Tony, my mom's brother, he's our family Santa Claus. So he gets us presents every year. So that year, you can guess that he got all of his nephews and nieces football jerseys. And I got a Newcastle brown ale. You remember the brown ale one?
Oh, yes.
Newcastle brown ale jersey. I think it was 96, 95, 96, 97 season, I think. So I was 8, 9 years old. I was so close to becoming a Manchester United fan because I like David Beckham. Yeah. But because of that Christmas, I actually sulk because I did not get an MU jersey. And because of the Newcastle jersey, I just ended up being a Newcastle fan ever since then. Alan Shearer as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I guess the time Alan Shearer it was on. Yeah, just
I've drunk that stuff as well.
yeah.
Brown ale. Hey, it still exists till now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it still exists till now. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good ale. Yeah. And we're doing promotion for brown ale now. Okay, Newcastle, we need some sponsorships, especially now you have the Saudis with you, right? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Big up to Robbie, right, from Lily White Lane. Thanks for support, Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah. If you have time, go to Robbie's channel and put a subscribe and a like. Right.
Yeah.
And of course,
sorry, Jean. Just to add on to what Arthur asked earlier. So I ended up becoming a Newcastle fan, right? And my two younger brothers are Manchester United fans, and my dad's a Liverpool fan. So you can imagine.
Oh.
You can imagine every time there's a game.
Oh, exciting.
Circus.
Yeah. But that's what happens, right? For you, being 35, you're about 18 years younger than me. For us, is that yeah, I'm 53 now. Yeah, surprisingly. You guys won't remember the years when in the 90s, right, or in the 80s, right, when we used to only have like 1 or 2 Premier League games live a year.
Yeah,
right?
Before
And
Astro, right? Yeah.
Before Astro, before the cable suppliers and all that. We used to get like 1 FA Cup final live, and we get 1 League Cup final live. Or the time we wasn't even called a League Cup, it was called what, Worthington Cup, or Carling Cup or something like that.
Yeah, Little Woods Cup.
Yeah. And then they were back then, but we go through it, and now that you can get every game live from every league in the world, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes you don't even have to pay for it. Yeah. But Gary, like I was saying, you guys were poor on Sunday with Graham Jones. No, with Graham Jones coming in, do you see any improvement on it? Will you get a new manager bounce thing? Because the next game you're playing is Palace, right?
Crystal Palace away. Yep. This Saturday.
Away. All right.
Yeah. That won't be easy.
Selhurst Park.
That won't be easy.
I mean, Newcastle's next 4 or 5 games are against Palace, and we have Chelsea at St James's Park, Brighton away, Brentford at St James Park, Arsenal away, Norwich. I honestly can't see where we're gonna get our first win from. I just can't see it happening.
Norwich.
How realistic I am. Yeah, probably Norwich. Yeah, but even that's not a guarantee. Yeah, that's not a guarantee. So I hope we can get a good result against Palace.
I hope you get a win against Arsenal.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we'll be supporting you. We'll be supporting you, right? We'll be supporting you. Yeah, get a win against Arsenal. Yeah, right. But of course, tough matches coming out. When you talk about Palace, smacked us somehow or another. Yeah, and then they drew at Emirates. Don't forget, we got smacked in Emirates. They drew in Emirates, right? And they said they should have won, right?
Yep.
So I think Vieira is doing quite a good job there at the moment.
Yep, he's doing a good job.
Having a team having a team philosophy and a style of play. and identity and all that. Which, to tell the truth, a lot of, I mean, being a Spurs fan, we are slowly seeing it now. Slowly, right? Yeah, and hopefully it's going to be consistent. All right, that the way that we've been playing, right? But of course, before the international break, we played a very poor Villa. After the international break, we played a very poor Newcastle. The big test for us is actually coming on Sunday against West Ham. This coming Sunday, that will be our big test. Yeah, right. And you guys are playing on Saturday, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Saturday 10 p.m. Yeah. Saturday 10 p.m.
Saturday 10 p.m. Yeah. So 10 p.m. All right. Okay. 10 p.m. Saturday.
Local time,
Let me see. 7:30. Oh yeah, 7:30, 10. Yeah, 7:30, 10. No, you know why? Because we're in October now. No, daylight saving coming soon. All Malaysians will go crazy. You know, all of a sudden you say, "Hey, why my football is 1 hour faster?" One forgot about daylight saving. Or why my football haven't started? Yeah. Coming back to you guys, right? Of course, there was a lot of problems, for you, in the beginning, right? Before this was all approved, about the owners and all that not being happy. The rest of the owners of the clubs are not being happy, trying to block this move and all that. Somehow or another, spearheaded by Daniel Levy, right? Our great chairman, right? You guys can't have any sponsorships, any sponsorships that comes from your owners.
Yes.
Or is it Saudi or your owners?
I think it's PIF. I think they mean any groups that are owned by the PIF. Right.
Kim is Arthur's daughter. Yeah. Kim, but she's busy today. She's working, but
that's Gary.
Hi, Kim. Yeah, that's Gary. No, but I'm thinking, if is Aramco under that umbrella?
I'm pretty sure PIF has some sort of like shares and stakes in Aramco. They also have shares and stake in Facebook, I think, Citigroup, many other brands and companies.
That means even Nike, if I'm not mistaken, PIF has a bit of shares. Yeah, that means they've got their hands in nearly every major company brand in the world. How you guys don't get any sponsors then?
I have no idea. I know.
I know. Don't worry. Khazanah will come and sponsor. Sorry.
I mean,
this is a Malaysian joke, Arthur. Khazanah is our sovereign wealth fund in Malaysia.
our version of PIF. Yeah, our version of PIF.
Our version of PIF. Maybe I should get Khazanah to buy Spurs. I'll work on it. Okay.
I know about
Shariel, you are hearing this, right? I'm coming for you. Oh, what?
I used to work for Conoco.
Oh, Conoco. All right.
Big American petroleum company.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In 1974, they built 50 oil rigs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
In America or around the world?
Around the world.
Around the world, yeah. Now, somehow or another, the oil and gas industry all of a sudden became a big thing because everybody needed a car, right? Don't forget our prime minister, the old man, right? Needed, we got our own car brand called Proton. I'm not sure whether you know about that.
You think about this, because I used to do accounts and stuff as well. They had 200 subsidiary companies.
Whoa, that's a lot. 200.
Yeah.
What chance you got?
So no. But to tell you the truth, right? For all you know, some company from somewhere where the money you do not know where it came from will become sponsor.
Yeah. Was that Russia?
Most probably it had to go past Putin's hand first before it comes back down into Newcastle's hands.
Yeah.
But just the joke aside, Gary, right? No, money is big, really big. You guys are coming with a lot of money, right? But whether how much money that is going to be spent is another thing, right? And just let me do a shout out to Prithvi. Hi, Prithvi. Take care. Right. Yeah. He's from Bangalore Spurs, right? Another strong supporter. Always on my channel, but very weird. Bangalore is supposed to be the hub for call center services and internet services and all that, right? And they still get a lot of blackouts there. So I don't know. Maybe the big tech firms are sucking away all the energy from
all the
the other
electricity,
houses,
all the energy.
all the electricity. So they don't get any. See, so but coming back to it, as you see now, you guys should start by getting a director of football first, because your chairman and your board of directors are not football people.
Lee Chanli's got to go soon. I think he's currently in the handover period where he's like handing over all the documents and whatever passwords of certain accounts to the new owners. And I think Lee Chanli should be out maybe in a couple of weeks' time, maybe in a month's time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the last piece of the puzzle that needs to be thrown out.
Is he a director of football or
he's just the managing director, the current managing director.
He's current. Oh, that means okay. That means he's
one of Mike Ashley's best friends. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Also, Mike Ashley has stepped aside, so now he's come in. So he's going to hand over the last bits of the puzzle to the new owners, right? And
he was elected by Mike Ashley. Actually, he was elected by Mike Ashley as the managing director. Yeah. As a managing director,
appointed by Mike Ashley.
Yes, that's right.
No appointed, no votes there, right? Like don't forget, like Daniel Levy and Steve Hitchen, no votes there.
Appointed.
We can misspend 250 million pounds, right, on buying players, but nobody has to be accountable for it, right? So bullshit, right? Yeah. And Ankit, hi Ankit, thanks for your support, Ankit. Right, yeah. Ankit is he does the Chelsea channel, right? Yeah. So, and I was talking to Jonathan and Alvin, right? Jonathan was saying maybe you guys should start a YouTube channel on your own, right? Since you're building up, so you must well join it and find some fans who have time to do it, or maybe the Toon Army Malaysia itself should do something like that, which is you should do that, because to tell the truth, football club content creators, they're not many in Malaysia, right? True. Especially for individual clubs on its own. A lot of them, I know a few, which is also introduced through Ram and Harry, right? Because like Ram and Harry, they do a joint venture, Plot Malaysia.
Correct.
And there's going to be a big fight.
United, right?
Yeah. The big fight is coming this Sunday, Liverpool and United. Yeah, this Sunday is coming up, right? So the other one is Wan Guna. Wan Guna does the Arsenal channel, but predominantly it's done in Bahasa Malaysia. Bahasa Malaysia is our national language, right? So so what we're trying to do is that we can get more together, right? All of us can group together as YouTube content creators for football in Malaysia, and let's see how far we can go on this, right? And of course, if I'm not mistaken, there are some. Let me see. Chelsea, I'm not sure. Is there any Chelsea, Leicester, or no? We'll look into it. Okay. Yeah. Coming back to Newcastle, you guys didn't do well. You guys, to tell the truth, don't look well. But of course, I think the test will come this Saturday against Crystal Palace, because whether you get the new manager bounce and all that, whether that the players wasn't responsive to Bruce. And maybe they will be, put out a better performance under Jones. Correct?
Yeah.
That's what you hope for at the moment, correct?
Correct. That's right. I mean, I personally think Steve Bruce lost the dressing room long time ago. And the fact that he's no longer there, the fact that Bruce is no longer there, and we're not going to be playing Bruce ball anymore. So hopefully, Graham Jones can at least get us our first win. Even a draw would be a good. I think I'll be happy with a draw.
Yeah. Get your defensive fix your defensive problems first, because the match that we saw where we played you guys, right, we could see that the players were slow is one thing. The goal that Harry Kane scored wasn't because of the nearest defender to him. It was the furthest defender to him playing him.
It was the right back, Manquillo. It was Javier Manquillo. He kept Kane on side. And a lot of fans are saying, Newcastle fans saying it was offside. Harry Kane was not offside. He was miles onside because of our right back. He kept Kane onside.
Yeah. So that means there must be some kind of, the defensive, sink is not there, right? Whenever someone attacks and puts a long ball through, your defense is supposed to move up together at the same speed. If that's not there, right, you will play someone on. That's the thing that's happened there, right?
Yeah, but listen, guys. One of the big problems with Newcastle is the midfield, and Shelvey looks totally out of sorts.
Yep.
Oh, Shelby.
Does not look interested at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
why they took him off. You know.
Yeah.
He's lost it.
John Joe Shelby was sent off.
Yeah.
John Joe Shelby. Shelby was sent off.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was sent off.
He was sent off.
So I mean, did you see the tackle?
It was a
Did you see the tackle?
Ellen Shearer said it was just a stupid tackle.
And he was already on a yellow card
in front of the ref.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
I don't know. Like you said, I'm sure what you're saying, Gary, is true, right? Once your players don't have heart to play for the coach anymore, a lot of things will happen. You know, a lot of unexplainable things will happen. You see.
Yeah.
So
there was, there was even a fight. There was actually a fight, guys, between the captain Jamal Lascelles and Isaac Hayden towards the end of the match. They were arguing among themselves because of something to do with Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
So it's all in shambles.
Because of Steve Bruce.
Yeah. Well, Steve Bruce. Yeah. Any football team, as you know, the golden rule is build from the back. Yep. So you build from the back and build forward. But the problem is, if you haven't got an engine room and you've got idiots like Shelby playing in the side, you're not going to get anywhere, are you? Because that's the link between the strikers and the defence. And they should protect the defence, which they weren't doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
And Spurs just exploited the gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And the funny thing is, guys, when the defenders that Newcastle that we have at the moment is pretty much the same defenders that Rafa had when Rafa was at Newcastle. And with Rafa Benitez, we had one of the best defensive records. I mean, consider like 44, 45 goals, I think, for the 2 seasons. But under Steve Bruce, with additions to the defense, we've conceded more goals, and it's just I don't know what's happening. Yeah, defense is horrible. We've gone backwards.
No,
I give you. Gary, I give you an example, right? When we were with Pochettino, right, we had meanest defense that we have.
Yep.
And more or less, most of the defenders with Poch is still with us now, right? And look at us. So I think it's more of a human thing, a player thing. So whoever you can bring in now, if you don't change that defensive thing, right? Like luckily this season we've got in Romero, a strong character to be, the steel behind our defense and all that. So we are looking forward. There's a change there, right? Like last season under Jose wanted Skriniar, Levy got him Rodon, right? And Jose said, okay, I don't think I can do much with it. So that's why, if you notice, last season we played with like 15 players throughout the whole season.
Right? He was the most used number of players that we used.
Yeah. And now I think because of last season, a lot of that side effects, right, is hitting on Kane and Son now, right? That's why they seem to be a bit off most of the time, because they're being overplayed, overused. Don't forget, after the Premier League, because don't forget the season was congested again. Then you go into the Euros again, and this season is congested again too because of the World Cup. Have you noticed? Every 30, 40 days, we play a World Cup qualifying. Every 30, 40 days, we play a World Cup. International comes in, and this is going to continue until November. I think you only get a bit of respite during December period, because usually, a lot of clubs in Europe, they have their international breaks in December, right? So you get a bit of respite there. Then after that, you come back again. That's the final stages of the World Cup qualifyings. And don't forget, next season when it starts, 3 months down the line, you're preparing for the World Cup again. We're playing World Cup in Qatar this year, next year. So that's another weird thing that's going on, right? So let's see what happens there. So I think a lot of things most probably will only stable out in 2023. Okay.
Probably,
And by the time 2023 come, right, then we got to prepare for the Super League. Have you heard the news about the Super League?
I'm gonna have to read up on that after this.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some news about the Super League that is coming back again and all that. And I think this time they're rushing it because Newcastle was bought over by the Saudis. So they have to expand the Big Six now to about Big 40. To be fair. I don't know. Money. Money is gone to football. To tell the truth, just a question to you, Gary. Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like football clubs should be partly owned by fans, not completely owned by billionaires?
Definitely.
Yes.
definitely, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's always been a good thing about football, where fans are part of football clubs and everything. In fact, there are some clubs in the lower leagues of England, they are owned by fans, right, Arthur? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, absolutely.
There are a few. Yeah, there are a few. Yeah.
And the other thing that people tend to forget is, because people like myself, I'm there every game. Over the years, you know more about football than these people running the bloody club. Excuse my French, but it's true. Most of the fans do know more about the game than these people that step in and use it as a cash cow. They really do. And it's not fair on supporters like yourselves, like me. We go there, I go there every opportunity. I'm a season ticket holder. So, and I've been doing this for donkey's years, and I've seen the ups, I've seen the downs, I've seen the up, down, up, and I'm not sure where we are at the moment, down or halfway. but what I'm saying is, we all feel, most fans feel they can do a better job. I'm not sure that's true, but fans are not fools, and they do know what's going on, and they know how a team should play, and who's right and who's wrong, and that just seems to be lost in this heap of money that's circulating all the football clubs, all the top clubs. But as Gary said, you look at the smaller clubs certainly in the British League, run by fans and doing quite nicely, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think once big money comes in, right, and that's when a lot of perspective get lost along the way.
Absolutely right.
So,
absolutely right.
But like being a Spurs fan, like Arthur here, right? Season tickets, Spurs has the highest price in Europe at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Right, season tickets holders, highest price in Europe, right? And then, but I still find that the jersey prices are still more or less the same, because if you are branded by Adidas, you will have the Adidas price. You're branded by the Nike, you will have your Nike price, right? So, and it's not cheap, right? Especially if you're talking about, if we're being Malaysians, want to buy an original jersey and all that, after the postage and after the what call it, exchange rate and all that, right? It more or less can come up to a person's monthly salary in our country, you see. So I don't know, like you said, sports
I've seen the Spurs home shirt rise from £45 to over £80 now. It's crazy.
How much does how much does the Newcastle jersey cost now? £75 too, right?
If I'm not mistaken, even though we are sponsored by Castor, which is like a new performance or whatever sports brand, Castor, which I've never heard of before this until now. I think Newcastle's jersey is more expensive than Spurs Nike jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
It is one of the most expensive jerseys. I've not even bought a single jersey ever since Mike Ashley stepped into the club. I've had every other jersey before that, but I've stopped buying when Mike Ashley bought the club. So now that we have new sponsors and new owners, I probably buy jersey again.
So how long will it be before the first football shirt costs you £100 or more?
Yeah.
Oh, soon, very soon. I can tell you, very soon.
Coming soon.
Very soon. Coming soon. Right. To tell the truth, right? All the football jerseys, right, should get discounts. Especially when you put branding of other things there. You put doing free advertisement for the branding, the brands that you put on the jersey, right? Don't forget, our Spurs premium kit is already over £100.
Is that like the players issue or something? Is that the players version?
Yeah, the ones that the players wear, the one with the special, breathable or something, sweat
Nike, whatever,
repellent kind of cloth and all that, right? So I don't know, but like I said, money has gone to football, and the business people see the money in football. So in the end, we lose our football, right? To tell the truth,
the sad thing. Sorry, Eugene. The sad thing about original jerseys being expensive is then you get more people buying those rip-offs from China for £20 or £10, and that's even worse. £40 in fact. £40.
No, not £40. Actually, £4.
Oh, £4. Sorry.
I've done the calculation. You know, if you buy a rip-off one in China, you pay in Malaysian ringgit, right? It's actually £4, not including postage, lah.
Yeah.
Well,
£4
you've seen me wear the trucker cap, which is one of the newest styles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought that £25.
Was it from Spurs shop or from China?
Yeah, not a normal cap will cost you 21, 22, 23 maximum. £25.
Yeah.
And all it is, it's like webbing at the back. It's not solid cloth going round.
Yeah.
And it's as light as a feather. Cheap. But they get 24
made in China
quid.
cheap. Yeah. Most probably it'll just the cost of the cap is a quid. Yeah. But now, like I said, money coming in. But of course, now Newcastle, with all the money, they have to spend it well, right? Do it intelligently and all that. So, like you were saying, once the keys are completely handed over, and I'm sure, of course, the finances and all that should be ironed out before even they take over, right? Because then you have to start building. Correct. With with Jones now being in charge of the team, any director of football that you'll be interested in getting?
I think everyone's talking about Ralph Rangnick.
We will link to him too.
Yeah, I think he's had a proven track record of building up a club, a brand, youth development and everything. So hopefully he gets the nod at Newcastle. I can't think of any other director of football at the moment. Yeah, besides Ralph.
There was another name thrown around, Campos.
Campos.
Julian Campos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's another name. Yeah. But like I said, at least I mean, a lot of Newcastle fans were saying thank you to Spurs, right, for actually kicking out Bruce, right? If Bruce had won or drew, right, most probably they would have stayed.
We might have been stuck with him for longer.
If I'm not mistaken, Murray did Murray's show. Arthur, one of our YouTube content creators, called Murray. He did a show. He does a show. He just did a show recently, right? He had a 2 pictures on. 2 minutes when the goal went in, right? Your board of directors and chairman and all that was jumping up and down, right?
Yep. They were hugging each other.
When he went to 2, everybody hugging each other. When he went to 2-1, everybody sat apart, right? And he said, make a caption, right?
It was looking
so first picture, what caption? Bruce in. Second picture, what caption? Bruce out. Yeah. But no, I think the part of when you said the players started to fight about the manager after the Spurs game, that is the worrying part, that shows the total divide in your dressing room. Divide in your dressing room. Just let me do a few shout outs. Mark Swift. Hi, Mark.
Swift.
King Arthur.
Hi, Mark
Swift. Come on, you Spurs.
Shelby is actually a good player, just that he snapped at the very unexpected time. Okay.
On his day, he can be a really good player.
Can I take that point up?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I take that point up?
Yeah.
I think Shelby was a good player. He's not He's not a shade on the player he was.
Yeah. He used to be really good. I mean, his passing range is probably one of the best in the Premier League. On his day.
What happened to him actually?
I have no idea what happened to him.
I mean, stuck in Newcastle and didn't get to move on, and under Bruce brought him back so much.
I bet they said it.
Right? Yeah. No. After I think they will have to sell half the team or maybe half the squad to get a result of the team. But the problem with £190 million in the January transfer window, right? You can't buy half a squad. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You still have to spend the money intelligently, right? Bring in the right players to cover certain areas that you're weak in. Even though, let's say, maybe you get one marquee signing, right? Maybe a 50 or 60, 70 million pound signing, then the rest will be in a 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, right? To move out.
You've only got to,
the rest
of the.
Look,
you only have to look at some of the top players. For instance, like Harry Kane, when he's on form, he's worth 200 million plus anyway.
Yeah,
superb player.
Yeah, but not now.
He got upset because that deal didn't go through, and he let it affect him. He'll come back.
He's slowly coming back. We can see it. Kane's problem, I think, is just not only the new Man City deal, and I think losing the the Euro finals hit him harder than the MCT deal.
Yes.
Probably.
Maybe when he lost the Euro finals, he was putting a lot of hope on MCT deal to go through so he can feel happy, right? He's really very sad. But when the MCT deal didn't go, it fell through, right? It must have broken his heart. So I guess, when your heart is broken, it'll take you time to heal, right? And maybe get the love back for football again, right?
Yeah.
He might not be against the club or against the fans or against anything. Maybe he just felt a bit lost about the football. You can say, the purpose, the joy. You don't, when you lose your heart on something, you don't find the joy in doing it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Then that's the problem. The only thing is that hopefully he finds back that joy, right?
Yeah.
Because when a happy Harry Kane can do wonders.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
What was nice, I saw a picture of him with Nuno, laughing and joking, very happy, and I'm just praying, hoping that portion of his life is over now.
Yeah.
And he's going to get on with it.
Hopefully. Yeah.
That was a nice goal he scored on Saturday.
Yeah. It was a very nicely taken goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But the thing to tell you, very clever. There's one thing, But to tell the truth, right, there was actually a big Newcastle boo-boo there. You can see your right back not going up in time, let the ball. Defense, sleeping.
The thing is, Eugene, the top players take advantage of a boo-boo.
Yeah. Yes. That's the most important thing.
To
take advantage of the.
Do not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
and he sees these things. He's no fool.
Yeah, he does.
Great player.
Oh, Harry Kane. Yeah, he's a good player.
Well, you know who my hero is, of course.
Yeah.
And no one's come up to his bootlaces yet.
Yeah. Greasy.
Yeah, Jimmy Greaves.
Yeah, phenomenal. And imagine our great chairman says that we have no statue policies in our stadium. So imagine
no statue, really?
No statue. Yeah, even you went really, yeah, really. Yeah. But
sorry, but the man's a complete and total idiot.
Even in the Newcastle Stadium, you have what? Bobby Robson.
We have Sir Bobby Robson statue. Yeah. We used to have an Alan Shearer statue. I think that got moved by Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
He's coming back, don't worry. He'll come back now.
Yeah,
right. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, we were saying that maybe Levy doesn't want us to be reminded of our history, our glorious history in the past. When future fans find out about your glorious history, or current fans find out about your glorious history of past, they will demand more. And if you don't have the knowledge of it, you won't demand more. So maybe that's another ploy. But coming back to the issue of no statues policy and all that, we did hear our trust, Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, said that they did propose a museum for the Spurs stadium, near the Spurs stadium. But COVID came along and everything was derailed, right? And, to tell the truth, COVID came along, everybody was affected, just not only us, right? But somehow or another, we seem to be affected more because we just had built a new stadium, right? And due to COVID, we lost we lost income, potential income of nearly 200 over £1 million. So that has actually put a damper into our spending and all that. But for the past so many years, we don't see much of it anyway. And even though we do see the spending, we don't see intelligent spending. That's why I'm very worried for you guys. If you guys don't get a proper team in to run the football side of things, you can have £1 trillion in the bank. You won't be buying the right players. You won't be getting the correct managers in, right? You won't be getting that called the team which understand each other. Like what we are seeing now in Manchester United. Too many egos, right? Everybody is so individualistic. Always have to rely on Ronaldo to score. Always have to rely on Pogba to do that magic true pass and all that, right? And then once you have Fred on there, you do not know what to do. McTominay is on there, you can't do anything. So, sorry to say, Ram, right? Ram, I hope you're not watching. But don't forget, you MU won last night, okay? Came back from 2-0 down and came back to win. Good comeback for you guys, right? Somehow or another, they were saying that Oli has already lost the wheel. But wait, he's found it back again.
I mean, a lot of MU fans were probably screaming Ole out at halftime, and at full time, Ole can stay, and they're probably saying Ole can stay at full time.
No, there was a big news going around before the Atalanta match that there's going to be a big protest in the Liverpool game coming Sunday, right, against Ole and all that. But I don't know. Comeback win against Atalanta is not an easy feat for Manchester. I mean, for anybody, right? You were 2-0 down, you come back win 3-2, right? That's a good result. But don't forget who scored the winning goal again, right? That's the thing, right? You're too reliant on one person, then it can be detrimental. Okay? It can be detrimental at certain things. But don't forget, maybe Ronaldo performs better in the Champions League because he wants to win another Champions League with Manchester United, right? Maybe, the league might not be that important to him, you see. So if you can really find that out, Ole, right, then just play him in Champions League. Leave him out of the Premier League games. That's what I'll do, correct? Right? But, the egos are so big there, they want to play all the time. Yeah. They always do, right? That's why sometimes I say about Harry Kane is that he's being overplayed, but sometimes I just wonder whether he demands it, right? If you demand it and you overplay yourself, right? Yeah. What can you do, right? It's the same thing. Like so go ahead, Arthur.
No, sorry, jump in. It wears you out. If you're being played for every game because you're demanding it, there's no one in this world could play every game and play at that level. It wears you down, and you're not going to play your best football. He's got to grow up a little bit and learn that sometimes he's going to be dropped, so he can get his stamina back.
Or sometimes request to be rested. Yes, request to be rested. It doesn't show you're weak, right? It just show you're smart. You get what I'm saying? But
listen, guys. We're all human beings. We're not robots. We're human beings, and we're built for so much. Even though they're super fit, you can't do it all the time. It's not humanly possible.
And to tell the truth, right, a very good move by Nuno after the Sunday game. He has actually left the whole first 11 that started on Sunday, right? And not brought them to Holland, if I'm not mistaken. Vitesse is from Holland, right? Vitesse Arnhem. Has not brought them to Holland. So tonight's match, in another 3 hours time or so, 2 hours time or so, 2.5 hours time or so, right? We're playing Vitesse Arnhem with our B team again, which actually makes me a bit worried because, I'm sure, Gary, our depth in squad isn't there, right? It's not to say we have any at all. It isn't there because we couldn't even beat Pacos de Ferreira away. My gosh. We drew that game or we lost the game, Pacos de Ferreira? We lost the game, right? Yeah, we lost the away tie. We lost 1-0. But of course, luckily, when we went back home, we smacked them, right? So imagine we are sending out more or less the same team that played Pacos, right, in the first qualifying leg of the ECL to Holland to play a Vitesse, and Vitesse is no pushover, right? The Dutch teams are no pushover because they're well organized. They play. A lot of them play the attacking total football, the Cruyff football kind of scenario. That kind of style. So let's see how we survive that, right? And I'm just wondering. I mean, for all we know, I to me deep down inside now, I'll be happy with a draw in that game, right? I'll be
bring them back to England.
And bring it back to England, right? Or maybe draw will be good because don't forget this is a point, because we're playing, for points now. A draw will be good, and even if we lose, we have to accept it, right? Because we know our depth in squad is horrible. But of course, we don't even want to talk about Newcastle. Newcastle's, I can't even name your other players that in your
most
squad,
of the players that we have were from the championship when
we got up, right?
It's championship standard and a few Premier League
but honestly, Gary, how do you feel about Brucey? Do you feel he was no good, or do you have any ill feeling towards him, or to me, right? I feel actually I respect Bruce to a certain extent because he was playing for Ashley, right? You know what I'm saying? And he already knew his constraints. He couldn't do much of anything playing for Ashley. But of course, being a manager, you always try to bring your team forward, try to improve, try to expand. But don't forget, he did quite well for at least 2 seasons. You guys weren't relegated straight after that. You were still stayed in the Premier League and all that, right? And I always tell Newcastle fans, right? Your former owner is still a much better owner than our current owner now, because your former owner was always honest with you guys. Don't forget. When he said he's not going to spend money, he didn't spend money. He didn't tell you that, oh, we're going to buy Martinez. He didn't say that we're going to buy this player. He didn't say, no. He never said that.
He just
right?
didn't spend the
He
money.
said that, oh, no, if I'm not going to spend, I'm not going to spend. If my budget is 30 million pounds, it's 30 million pounds. You don't go over it, right? And at least when he says 30 million pounds, the manager has the decision which player he gets to buy.
Yeah.
You understand?
He
not
didn't
like
bullshit
our owner.
them, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't bullshit them. Not like our owners, right? Will say that, oh, we have 200 million pounds to spend, right? Yeah. But he didn't say net spend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got 200 million pounds to spend, but we have to offload some players first.
Yeah. Right? Disappeared and puff of smoke up his backside.
Yeah. Then after that, we are linked to all the top players in the world. Then all of a sudden you get one player from the championship. Yeah. But that's the respect to Ashley, right? Yeah. But at least he got the money. Don't forget, in Malaysia we got Sports Direct, which is I guess it's owned by him.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe Sports a franchise that's owned by him. Sports Direct. Yeah. Sports Direct is owned by Ashley. So Malaysia has a Sports Direct too. And I think when he bought Newcastle at that time, right? I think he was thinking more of Sports Direct, selling the Newcastle jerseys so that Sports Direct can make the money indirectly, right? Yeah. And find ways, to money lah. In the end of the day, it's all about the money, right? Yeah. It's all about the money. Yeah.
For me, I want to see Brian Hill come more into the fore.
First team, yeah.
But not being played enough.
Yeah. For us, I think Brian Hill will be playing tonight, right? And if his performances does warrant an appearance, I guess Nuno will do it. Because at the moment, I think Nuno is finding his team formation, the players to do what they have to do. But don't be too happy, Arthur, right? Newcastle wasn't fantastic. It wasn't a hard game, right? No. That's why Ndombele had so much space to run around and do his thing. If we played a tighter team, a stronger team, right? Nah, I don't see that, right? And luckily, Skip and Højbjerg will be able to cover Ndombele, right? So that's how I see it. But hopefully, our test, like I've been saying, it will be West Ham. Of course, and after West Ham, we have to play MU, so I'll have to sit down in the same room with Ram again. MU, and Spurs. There's going to be a hell of a banter there. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, by then, my internet, home Wi-Fi will be back again, and all the issues be settled, right? Instead of doing a stream out of my mobile data, right? That's so painful and sad, right? Guys, we're coming up to the hour. Any last comments before we end the show? I'll go with you, Gary, first.
Sure, no problem. Well, for me, as a Newcastle fan, I sincerely hope that our club do not go down the Manchester City or Chelsea route, instead of buying star players and everything. I would rather see us be like Leicester City, try to follow what Leicester City did. It's buying the right kind of players, buying smartly, not splurging on expensive signings, and then slowly try to, challenge for the League Cup, FA Cup, better runs in the cups, and also at least pushing up the table. This season, all I want from Newcastle is to stay up. 17th position onwards. Anything else is a bonus, and then build from there. Next season, maybe top 12, top 10, top 8, and then top 6. And 5 to 10 years from now, hopefully we can, qualify for the UEFA Conference League first, and then Europa League, and then we can talk about the Champions League. Yeah, that's what I hope.
Yeah, but that means you're very patient, Gary, to tell the truth. Very, very patient. But sometimes, to tell the truth, right, you might have the patience, right? But maybe your owners don't. You get what I'm saying? Probably, the owners might not have the patience. Yeah. So, but as a Newcastle fan, if your owners don't have the patience, you should be much more happier. But just make sure that they invest properly. That's all. And don't, be like Spurs and throw money down the drain and waste money and all that. But Spurs don't actually do waste money on players. We always, there was a survey, a study being done, during the 14 years Mike Ashley being in Newcastle, right, actually has a higher net spend, right, in the 14 years that Levy's been in charge. Net spend. Yeah, right now. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, I don't know. A lot of people say, "Oh, money doesn't. You don't need money for success, right?" And then there's another group saying that, "Oh, you don't spend enough to get success." So, everything is subjective nowadays, right? Being a fan of a football club, right? Like being a Newcastle fan for 14 years that you've been shouting Ashley out now, and now you see a lot of Newcastle fans are standing up, feeling proud again, right? And hopefully your club will make you guys proud, right?
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
to tell the truth, for me, to tell the truth, right? A good results for you guys is get out the relegation battle this season, right? Hopefully next season be fighting for one of the cups, the minor cups, maybe the League Cup or an
League
FA
Cup.
Cup.
I'll be happy with the League Cup.
Yeah. If you get a League Cup, you get the Europa Conference League, right? The European Conference League. Conference League. If you get an FA Cup, you get Europa League. Yeah. So that's a good step for you guys, right? But you being so patient, to tell you the truth, very surprised. And I'm very surprised, why are all the Newcastle fans in Malaysia so patient? You are so patient. Jonathan is so patient.
We've been patient for a long time.
We need to get a Julian on. Maybe Julian will be the one to say that. I want it now. Hopefully you're watching, Julian. Right?
I think we're pretty realistic. I think most of us are pretty realistic.
Eugene.
Yeah.
We've been patient since 1961.
Yeah, we've been patient since 1961, 62, right? And more or less, you've seen the 61, 62 winners, right? For us, I've been patient since 2008, right? To tell the truth, not to say even to win the league, right? Just to win a cup, okay? I think the happiest was, I think, in 1991 when we won the FA Cup, right? That was the last one. League Cup was there, of course, that was another memory, okay? But, 13 years down the line, we still haven't won anything. So let's see whether Nuno can bring us something along the way, or for all you know, Nuno will be just another stepping stone, or maybe another stopgap for another manager to come in, right? Okay, Prithvi says Audi Cup. Prithvi, Audi Cup is not valid, all right? Okay, the Audi Cup is not valid, all right? So because a lot of people are saying the European Conference League is something like the Audi Cup. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the 70s or early 80s, I think there was a cup called the Inter Toto Cup.
Yeah, we won that in 2005, 2006.
Oh, you won the Inter Toto Cup?
Yeah, Newcastle won the cup. 2006.
But why do you guys say that you haven't won anything in 52 years?
Because that's not a cup, it's a plug. It's just a square plug. It's not a real cup.
It's not a cup. Okay.
It's just a square wooden plank. Plug.
Okay. Oh dear. Okay. No wonder
the last thing that we won is 1969, the Fairs Cup. Before it was renamed to the UEFA Cup. Yeah. Intercity Fairs Cup, 1969. Yeah.
1969.
I was not even born yet. I was born in 86. Yeah.
I was 1 year old. 1969. Can't remember that. Yeah. All right. Fairs Cup. Arthur, any last words? Words of wisdom for Gary. You are the senior.
Only to say, continue being patient. You've got the backers in there now. You've got the money behind you, and it will take time. You won't get it overnight, but I predict 2 to 3 years, possibly, when you start seeing things happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Some people say 5 or more, but I think 2 to 3 years. You've got to rebuild, a total rebuild. And really, that's what we've got to do as Spurs. So I know exactly what you're going through. But I expect it to be 2 to 3 years minimum.
But Arthur, we've been rebuilding since I can't remember when. We've been non-stop rebuilding.
Thing is,
we are rebuilding
we
FC.
The wrong bloody players.
No, that's why we're the rebuilding FC, right?
It's true.
Right. My gosh, right. All right, guys. I'll just say shout out to the people in the chats, right? Prithvi, big up to you. Mark Swift, thanks for your support, right? And of course, Bobby, and of course, Ankit, Robbie, Wayne Bonner, Chris Agamba. Guys, thanks for your support. And of course, all you guys who are still watching out there, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Gary, any chance of you guys setting up a YouTube channel for the Newcastle or Tsunami Malaysia?
Yeah, probably. I think we probably will be doing that. Yeah. I might ask in our group. By the way, our official Facebook group is Tsunami Malaysia. Yes. And also we have an official Facebook page, Tsunami Malaysia as well. because after the takeover, there were dozens of pages that popped up like mushrooms. Yeah, these are all unofficial pages, so please don't go and like them or follow them. Yeah, follow Tsunami Malaysia. Yeah, we've been around for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. And to tell the truth, right, the official Malaysian Spurs fan club, right, should start a YouTube channel on your own too, right, instead of me doing it all the time. I'm tired of it. No, I love doing this because it's a weird thing, right? During COVID and all that, with the technology that we have, you meet friends from all over the world, right?
That's true. Yeah.
All four corners of the world. I've got YouTubers and content creators and all that come in from Americas, from of course Asia, the UK, artists from London, right?
Yep.
And a big up to all you guys, right? And thanks for your support, right? Gary, we'll catch up again. Arthur,
thank you so much
just
for
hang
having
on
me.
the back room. Yep. My pleasure having you, Gary. Maybe one of these days, maybe when the home game comes around, maybe I can get all of you guys together, right? And sometimes my streams do get a bit crazy with about 10 people on the panel. So maybe this time we can get 5 Spurs fans and 5 Newcastle fans. We just sit down on the panel and we start bantering each other, right?
Futsal,
for the next
game. 5-on-5.
Futsal game on screen, yeah. Right. All right, guys. Hang on in the back room for a while. We can have a short chat after that. Let me just do the closings out there. Arthur, thank you. Gary, thank you. We'll see you in the back room. Right. Just hold on.